편파 시라 주야 그거 뭐 좀 있네야. 네베네 지가 지금이 서. 진짜에 그놈으로 주 편파 뭐 의미나? 디 편파디 dob지. 편파디야. 니마디 차상 랩체. 나 니마디 강상디 가셔다. 자시베 니마로 이제야. 자도야 용서 봐.
And for that kind of a practice, it is not that we should not or do not have to do any formal practice. We have to do some formal practice. Like for instance, when we get up in the morning, if you have a shrine room, then you go there. If you don't have a shrine room, maybe you have some place to sit, and then you go there, you sit down, you kind of relax your mind for a while, think about the qualities of and teachings of your Lama, or think about the refuge, or if you have some formal practices, some recitations or whatever you have, you do that, and then relax your mind a little bit. And then you make some kind of a clear and strong aspiration for the day, that today I will do something that's beneficial and helpful to the people. Even if I cannot do something good, at least I will try not to do anything harmful. So it is very important to make that kind of a strong aspiration. And if you do that, then most probably the day will become something useful and auspicious.
Today, Jelia, and the Legunano there, she. Legunano to do Zane. Tomaji Legan Gomozube. Honlea. Yanji Samuji Dang, Pege, Hujagan, Leguna, Hujaga, Desuzana, the same demand. Shiwaru Chech. Kaiser Kashe Leguna Legayon Dusana, Chawatsu Che. 셈데 초부체제용 유기래. 근데 뉴스안에 레고나 랩사다 알아서 구자가 마데데 가서 까망아도 많잖아요. 까망아들이 된 보스 녀르샤니 온다. 저 내가 밀레데 까망아 간지데. 그래서 까마지 니스로 다간다마 심플르르 좀 마샤지. 되네 소소 내가 샤브디 미셰달을 편도요나. 너난디 동심지에 터네 소소 량아차디 안다 지조 난기 소소이기 리지 컨데지 비냐다 안다 지조 난기 나로래 디 공고 예대 봐 지당 편도 예대 버지 이미 인주산 디주체 아니 소소이네 디 야부지 네 뷰가 예와 지당 상부지 소인 상바로 근데 지기 동심을 지게비미나 대고나 내가 고나 디니 모델이야 내가 자고나 어지면 오로 지래야 교토야 좋아요.
Then when you arrive in the office or wherever you are working, as soon as you arrive there, you sit in your chair or wherever, and then allow your mind again to relax a little bit. Because generally, when you arrive and start to work, maybe your mind gets, busy and therefore sometimes stressed and disturbed already. I was going to say you relax for 5 minutes, but I think 5 minutes may be a little bit too long. Maybe your boss will say, what are you doing, not doing any work? So maybe it doesn't matter 5 minutes, but 1 or 2 minutes, whatever. And during that time, you kind of think that whatever work you are doing, it must be something that is needed for the society, that's useful for the society. So therefore, you make this kind of aspiration or a commitment that I will do this work in a good way, that will be useful and something that will be beneficial. So if you do like that, something good, something in good quality, I do it in the best way. If I do like that, then it is possible that the work you do can also become some kind of giving or generosity, practice of giving.
Formal practice, samlo de tang de khasho di samlo de gas khasho ji rojo de jo la be samlo de mai ba ngena ma de khasho ji be de je samlo de ji tang ne de ne shi ne ji che bi na de go khasho ngone chne khasho de de chodo official de chodo wa xe ma da ji da khasho du yun ji khasho ji rojo de jo la ji samlo tang yen de chogo de chogo sa de 강 중중도 지바지 강 중중도 소리 들리지 싫어. 들리 유사 뒤주는 들려 뭐 강 중중 뭐 봐. 내가 당부 되려야 다 오피셜 사원 하셔도 돼. 되게 오늘 좀 슝도 체체. 오늘 serious 양만 좀. 이제 체네. 지체고.
And also when you have finished your work and when you come home, and then maybe you have family, you have children. So there also then, you want to take care of your children in a loving way. And you want to bring them up in such a way that they will be useful for the world in future. So then that becomes a practice. That becomes the bringing up your children becomes a Dharma practice.
맞아. 부리야, 怎么你偏到原就说用家的，去那没得，嘛的就可去那也挺什么的。
말에 들으시면.
말해.
To bring up the children in a way that would be beneficial to the world, to make that kind of intention and working in that way, that itself becomes a Dharma practice. He thought that I was saying that bringing the children into the Dharma is Dharma practice. I didn't say that anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I have some doubt.
Also, that we have to think kind of, when I said it, the practice has to be a little bit in an official way or in a formal way. What you mean to say is that we have to think, we have to kind of spend some time in purposefully or deliberately thinking and, making our mind kind of concentrate on this, not just that, it happens on the way or, just like that, it's not, we kind of make a deliberate effort to see and feel like that or think like that. That is important, especially for the beginners, that we deliberately think and, kind of make our aspirations and try to, try to make our mind turn towards that, that becomes very important to make a kind of, he's already said, official or formal way of practicing.
나는 이제 사상 예배를 지미는 다나시래. 이걸 자와 예배를 된체 미지기 최소래야. 자와 예배. 인탄은 지배 인자. 아니 뒤지기 지를 규제. 소수 가버쳐서 미디 디 좀링기 다 하서 living 최소 闲里那样呗接用用给再往用给的那这用推啊的情况就这玩意儿吃多 아니 배는 영마지 시에는 대하라데 디 가서다 사장빈 주지 자와를 주주사네 자와에 토를 된체 그런데 가서 디 교가디 아니 매던도 제나 출루디 대지 가서 루다민자 그거 자와예를 되게 님주 자와 연계를 지리야 주도야 그러지고
And if you have family, then you have love, and that love has lots of value. So through that, the feeling of love towards each other, you also bring that kind of love and loving kindness to the whole world. I told this story before, that there was somebody who was very dearly in love with somebody, and then when
it's like an example.
It's an example. It is an example that suppose somebody who has a very close, loving relationship, then when that person even waters the flower, there is a certain quality of love in that person's actions of watering the garden.
Today you stand dan dona ji khashwe medo miruwande ngazu semge nalo la ya ane ji dinde ji khashwe ngesu te thya ji da semle ngesu te thya ji da semle shidi tru wa sta ke chi cha de ya ngesu te ya today you stand ngazu de gom gyap tuzu mi se suen ji gom gyap tuzu mi se suen ji choga dang deba de shen de gyo de cha de simba relaxation digital chat imre redusa di junsen den yabardo goyo ares yana jinga gong shong de yabardo goyo ares haisang masuri yaji midun chong yele ya kora sim xiwa yu ala be sim de pressure mang bu cha sim go yamen sim chiru yu de che yamen sim go ba jin cha yana sim chingwa cha 그 탐에 투매를 시다 세보면은 참바 geb되면도 참바 차와포 되면도 차 들으시 주상 얘는 저 냠내 지하고 민도가 들으시 내당 원 들으 되게 괜찮은데만 영 10월 지하버만 심플러지 되네 심플러지 샤되디 미세 주사 계속 차
So this is something very important and which is you cannot do without, is that we need to give our mind some rest. We need to bring kind of peace and joy to our mind. And when we give time to meditate or to do certain practices, sadhanas and things like that, that is for that. We are training our mind in bringing peace and rest and relaxation. Otherwise, our mind cannot rest. We cannot find peace in our mind. Our mind is too distracted, too turbulent. It's like, sick. Our mind has fever or cold or something like that. it doesn't, act in the peaceful way without, we deliberately bring that into our mind. So therefore, this kind of training, this kind of formal practices to bring our mind a kind of a rest and peace is very important.
It's usually we get lots of pressure from our work and from our families. We think we have to do this, we have to do that. We are overwhelmed by work. There is so much we think we have to do. So in order to get some relief from the pressure, we return to Dhamma centers. But then we find lots of things to do there. Maybe more pressure.
And if you don't do well, the Lama say you have broken samaya.
Something like this, but okay. So they also become a source of pressure. What we need to do with our practice is use it to find inner peace, not outside peace. Inner peace. We can use our practice to make a place where our minds can be peaceful. So, our minds have a sanctuary, like a happy home. We have to make, because this reason, we have to make some time every day to let our mind relax. Maybe it's a good idea is to recite for 10 minutes. Recite? Rest. Oh, no reciting. Okay. Rest for 10, 20, 50, 30. Okay, 10 minutes every 3 hours. Oh, okay. Please,
We must give a little bit time to ourselves to rest.
Please. Sometimes. The name you said. Simply, 7일 유리야바 초연주사 혹은 로서지고 가서 쌤 낭도 칸 낭도 꼬르사야 그러지래 치유리 인는 바탕을 마셔봐 낭래 술 없어지 미낭로는 쌤 낭로서
So we also, our mind is very distracted, and it has to have some place to come in, like
came back to home,
like coming back to home.
Yeah.
Because if you are wandering many places or everywhere, then we need to have a home to return to in order to relax and rest.
Today you sane ta dinjeji me semya dewaro chwa chamya sem karshu ma ngene ya ba yaxue chunang ye de she de shi ni ma ri na lo ya yaxue chunang ko mi bie den ru ji mi bo le zhe ji de zhuo tu qian ta ting du ju da ga mo chu ni ngene ya sem de ma karshu ji 동시 가서 저도 되게 파 가서 내배 재미주 마음은 뒤미서 다들 시발 다들 시발 사람도 다 간다 뒤 다랑 거 돌아마 녹스마 수익이 lö고도 수익이 lö네야 편도 싫어요 그 미벌에自己도 자마도 내는 참좀 좀 수익이 lö도 좋아이네 아무 싫어요 데려야 그승마데 로유리 시차를 지제 강도 양야 신내 야스케는도 엄마 개버지 알았어. 나 개버데 뭐냐. 개버자 마셔는 됐다. 다 개버셔는 좀. 개버지 알았어. 다 될이야. 그러는 배 잘라 먹었다. 안 그 포장 싸마지게 디나로래. 잘라 디디. 그 잘라 망부디디 오고 알았어. 내가 그런 집이야. 오도야 말았어. 미신다 때는 그 시다 이치요. 구마 쇼는 그랬어. 데네도서 그 롬보 차가지 주게다. 저랑 디 예절아도 포장 사회 나라네 체인지도 니머지 게트웨이나 저랑 미즈란다 강바다 미즈르다 싱가다 되서 제인스 알았다 그거 가다치 즉 수지 geb디산 심머실래는 심머시서다 센센가 닝닝가지 내셔도산네 안 담아대 그 포장 니베나 잘라도 포장 사회는 게트웨이 중원했어 예보이네요. 가보죠. 거리야. 되게 인사들 상을 때. 하고 내가 디 갈래지 카. 아니 삼대는 좀 지도사는 뭐 나는 팔레스산 예들. 예들. 사람이 하루 슬라는 예들. 되는 시즌 아주 고거다. 샘데다에 가수에. 아주 샘데 내가 참 기야요 말에. 근데 주산에 참사파 가르쳐야 다 디스 enough 그러지 람시야 하 스파 예되네 아무도 그게 뢰잖아 아무도 드리는사 디균젠 되네 아니 초치는 내가 그냥요 말다 초치는 삼당 의미나 내가 킹스한다 빠지면 내가 킹스하나 드리들이 인지르다 드린 아주지 수술을 칼라사지니 요래 르르 가야지 요래 되게 성노 다는 집에나 드린데 아주 사면 되는 점으로 점링기 초다 특주망 보진 된 점으로 로 너지 주주 관리야 이제 민음 점인기래 이제 점이야 대당 아주 무슨 점토부 시원해 근데 아주 미진한 전화지 주디야 아주 직제디 we done something somewhere 주차와 내가 상무들 망본 주차 근데 이제 아주 이 일을 침벌을 채네 봐 흐르시 대비나
So we need to bring a certain peace, certain kind of relaxed joy in our mind. And in order to do that, if we can find a way to, meditate or concentrate or focus our mind on something, then that's very good. But even if that is not possible at the moment, if you don't have time or if you don't, still, if you kind of... to kind of focus your mind on something, we need a certain energy, certain strength. If you don't have that, then let your mind relax, without too much hope and fear. Not letting our mind wander into the past or worry about the future, but let our mind kind of relax in the present moment.
Now.
In now. And there is and then find kind of that kind of a peace and kind of ease in our mind. There is a kind of a story, anecdote that I already told, but maybe I can tell it again. There was a king, and this king built a new palace, but he had so many valuable things in his old palace that he wanted to bring all these things into his new palace overnight, because he could not trust people. So there was one minister he had whom he could trust, and then he told this minister that if you are able to bring everything that is in my old palace to the new one in one night, then I'll give you, things that will be required for you all your life, like properties and money and servants and everything. So the minister really worked very hard day and night, and at the end he was able to do that. He was able to shift everything from his old palace to the new one. So the king was very happy, and he gave him everything that he needed. So now this minister came home, very tired but completely satisfied, and then he just fell down in his bed and relaxed. So we need to do in that way. We need to find that kind of, relaxation, that we have achieved something. And so now we can relax. And this is also very important, that we feel that we can relax. We have achieved something. We have done something. Because, we have done something. Generally, people can never be totally satisfied. And therefore, it becomes very difficult that we relax. But we have lots of things. We have food to eat. We have enough to wear. We have done lots of good things. This is also something that is an achievement. For instance, we are here, gathered from all over the world, lots of people. And this is itself an achievement, that we have done something. Maybe 50, 60 years ago, this was not possible, and now we can do that. And so therefore, we should feel that some satisfaction of what, of our life, of our day. And then that we can actually relax, and we can rest our mind.
네, 지전에 강아지 동반돼서 상만은 이리이나 가르쳐서 나산다 보송했으니까 말을 까마베 탑시 납중 사는 그래서
Maybe in the evening you all go and just fall down in your bed, and then people ask, "Are you sick? What's happening?" And then you might say, "Oh, Karmapa gave me the idea to rest."
드리시는 이제 셈이야. 다 진짜지 용발 차별이야. 다 조 가수지. 제 최고도 상한데 조도 소소 셈을 안 되지. 대코나에 계시부르서 가르사나 或者推出点来突用的山，或现在长网路边乱当起，你刻度低套了，现在长网路吧，可说紧，乱当起的，可说，他让套了吧 ，relax， 其他的就不是越细的什么，本来俺这不是米呢，他那些的，推举当然可是写的是，就日本的啊当，지 갑자기 공장 주주자유 뭐만 단 이면은 더버더버 거 미신다냐 더버더버 거 아니 this just similar they are relaxed out this 용 뭐야 대체 뉴산 뒤에서야 그 장장장 왜 최장장장什么的 되게 남도 넘버 또 되게 이런 게